Welcome back, my friends. My name is Eric. This is Rome. We're back with some more Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Now, I did actually log into the Discord for OwlCat today and noticed that the beta runs until June 14th. So if you're interested in getting into the beta, there's not a lot of time. Now, I don't know if that means that the final version is due, you know, within a few days of June 14th, or if they're going to shut down for another, you know, month or two. They took a long time between alpha and beta, which is to be expected. They should take a long time, right? But we weren't, as far as I know, there hasn't been a final date on delivery, on the release of the 1.0. So if you're interested in the beta, you have, well, probably about 9 days from when this goes live. Because I think this will go live kind of midnight on the 5th, my time, which I guess is 8 a.m. GMT, I think. So, anyway, just know that the beta is for a limited time, and that limited time is reasonably quick. There's Ethelthred. Okay, Coonrod's over there. Are those our guys or the bad guys he's murdering? Guess it's the bad guys. All right. Ethelthred, who's clutching the bleeding wound in his chest, gives you a hateful glare. Traitor! Right when we needed all forces to deliver my decisive blow, you stepped aside. Do not even try to claim that my voxcast did not reach you. I sense the mark of the warp on you, an echo of the powers that are ravaging this ship. What is it? The aftermath of the terrors you had to face, or an admission of guilt? Smile meaningfully. I chose my allies well. Shameless filth. How dare! Let us leave this conversation for another time, Master Ethelthred. It is with great sorrow that I inform you that Lady Theodora von Valentius is dead. What? This is your doing. Master Ethelthred? No. We have remained in each other's sight ever since Binarium broke free from Coonrad's schemes. The Lord Captain was killed by another's hand, and by the Golden Throne I can surmise whose hand it was. Ethelthred shudders and grabs his shoulder. As you watch, the sleeve of his doublet bursts open, and two bone growths pierce through the fabric. No matter what ritual Coonrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I can't withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second as the warp rings in the air. This is the end. We'll perish in the warp, along with the Warrant and all the dynasty's heirs. The end of humanity. The enemy of humanity is victorious. Idera looks anxiously at Ethelthred. She glances back at you. I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. Changes are already accelerating. The ship can still be steered out of the warp, but we must first restore communication between the bridge and the navigator's sanctum. Ethelthred stares at you, and his eyes harden with cold resolve once more. Then we have no right to bow our heads. Somebody's having a good time. You see Conrad Voitier clearly in the doom of the bridge. He is holding a now familiar broken blade, stained with the dark drops that seem to have a pearlescent shimmer to them. We are out of time! Ethelthred bites his knuckle, desperately thinking. You can see how a wave runs through the whites of Ethelthred's eyes. They begin to fill with a sickly yellowness. Void fear, you duplicitous cur. The rogue trader's death will be avenged. What? Theodora is dead? No, that can't be. Not now. I still haven't. Ethelthred roars with mad fanatical rage. I shall not die idly side by side with one who has betrayed her blood. If the last thing I do to serve the Imperium is to rip out the throat of an enemy to humanity, then such is the God Emperor's will. Ethelthred, don't! Yeah, we might need that. Oh, by the way, that was just added into
The Emperor is with us.
Whatever the first-person shooter is for Warhammer 40k, which name I can't think of right now. They just added that. Dark Tide. They just added the Chaos Spawn to Dark Tide. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. You, where would you like to go, Argenta? I think I'm going to put you like right about here. I think you, I'm going to put kind of like right about here. I don't know if we're going to go first, but I kind of want you up front. You can stay where you're at. And you, maybe we'll move you up here to full cover. And we'll go ahead and start the battle. Chaos Spawn did go first, but that's fine. We've got Abelard. Oh, okay. Chaos Spawn gets a lot of attacks. Oh, we still got some bad guys on the board, though. Heretics, I didn't even notice them. I was so distracted by the Chaos Spawn.
Just a minor setback.
That's okay. Abelard is here to take care of that. I'm going to... Can I see that one if I do that? I guess we'll just do... Interesting. I guess I can't see him at all. That's fine. You know what? We'll just... Oh, there we go. Gave it to me that time. 80. I can finish you off. I'm going to take the shot and finish you. Let's get guns off the table. All right, Adira. Can you, do I want a lightning? Everything's pretty... Can't see any of those people. All right. What if I move you to here? Can you see them then?
Stop mocking me.
No line of sight. No, there clearly is. There's a pretty easy, obvious line of sight. We can see him easily. There's nothing between him and us. Absolutely nothing. He's down a level, but there's nothing blocking line of sight. Interesting. Okay, well, that's kind of a pain in the ass. I don't want to do that because I don't want to hit him. So I guess... That's going to increase the timely predictions of the Psyker. So, one friendly creature.
Anything is.
We'll give it to Abelard. And then we'll move back, I guess, this direction. And may as well study enemies. I mean, why not? And we'll end our turn. All right, Abelard gets his turn. Let's go ahead. Whoops. Unique, special, heroic acts. Yep. I guess they want us to do that. So we've got this one. Daring Breach immediately restores all AP and MP. So I think initially, though, we want to do that.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Then I'm going to take a normal attack.
Indeed.
Now I'm going to pop this.
No matter the cost. I will do my duty. It will be done. Oh, my ears are ringing.
Okay, well, that kind of hurt. But I can keep attacking. Hold on, what is this? This is Endure. Let's pop that.
That's not the Seneschal's job.
Is that it? I guess that's the end of his turn. All right, now you war him. Game momentum equal to will times 2. Sure. Now we're going to take the shot. We don't want to hit... What if we move to, like, here?
God Emperor, move through me.
Then I can do a burst without hitting Abelard.
Deeds is worthless.
And every shot went... There was 1 square there and 2 there. Everything went to the right. Damn it. Oh, well. It is what it is.
Worse. Pain and duty go hand in hand.
All right. We're going to... think we're just going to take a shot. And we missed! Oh, the dice gods are not with us. All right, Binary. All right, Adira, it's time for you to run up here.
Oh, what is to come?
We've got study enemy. You've got points on it, right? All focusing all the will behind one massive shriek. Oh wait, hold on here. I gotta figure out what's going on here. So eventually it'll let me. So she went to do whatever it was she meant to do. We missed. What did we roll, by the way? We had a hit chance of 80. $97 greater than 85. But we had a hit chance of 80. So I'm not sure where the 85 came from. Let's see. So we had a hit roll. Base was 65. Weapon was 20. So that takes us to an 85. Oh, so I'm not really sure what... I guess that's just overall. So we had an 85. We rolled a 97. Oh, wait. That's fine. Then what happened here? Idira tries to do something. I'm not sure what this toughness check was from. Oh, he hit her with this. The question is, why did he hit her with this, and why didn't she get her ability? So she went to do something, and he had automatically attacked her instead, but I don't know why. All right, well, that's fine. We'll just... We did 19. We're going to endure. How about on yourself?
Field medicine at its finest.
All right, and ends your turn. Argenta, can you try to hit him this time? Do we just do this? No, she can't. What did we had a 75 that time and we rolled an 80. We just cannot hit him. Oh, well, that's okay. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do shot on the run. We're going to run to here.
Rejoice in battle. Doubt is for the weak. Strife is a
And we will try to take some people off the table. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Gains the ability to make a number of free attacks equal to the weapon's rate of fire. Minimum 2 with the weapon's cheapest. Until the end of the turn, the first attack. Yes.
and his will made manifest. I'll do it. This is why I was chosen.
It heals for 36. And then it smacks him. Oh, wait, but we still get our shot.
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Heals again.
I've suffered worse.
So do we need to just get back out and just get into range to hit him?
I refuse. Why did I not foresee this?
All right, so she got up. Who else is... Do we have anybody else left to kill? I'm going to move up to here. 95%. Let's get rid of him. Then... Yeah, I don't think that's going to help us. Adira, why don't you step back?
What is this? Emperor, protect the
No, she goes down! Heal with a med kit or by resting. All right. Can we get you out of the combat? Yes. Okay. We're going to... Do you have another weapon? No, you do not. But we're still going to go here.
I'm not interested. I'd rather not.
It tells us just right there that we can heal this with a kit. But it won't let him do it.
The Seneschal's job.
Do I not have...
I'm not interested.
Oh, well, I guess we charge back in.
You're back and call.
All right, I'm not quite sure how we're going to do this, if I'm honest. If I go to here...
Doubt is for the weak.
That helped. And then...
Is not
Hold on, and then I run to here. And I put a single shot in on him.
without deeds is worthless.
Okay, went after Binarium.
Manner of their death.
Now Binarium is unconscious. All right, this is it. This is what you got to do. There we go. All right, well, we're back up. All right, let's go you.
Is always there for you. I'd rather not.
Interesting, they won't walk over there.
We'll make a fight.
Just in time.
Let's patch you up.
Head trauma. Can be removed and fully healed. All right, well, it's not going to let us apparently. All right, well, that is what it is. We've got some goods to pick up. We'll go ahead and... I didn't need to put that in there. Could have gone. Is that it? No other goo? No other stuff? Tab. Anything we can click on? Warp. Helmsman.
An expected result.
There he is. Raver, Master Helmsman, status report. By the Emperor, it's essential, living and breathing. Well, there's a tricky question. The whole place is so overgrown with foul wicketry, we'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne knows how long. We need to reestablish contact with the Navigator's Sanctum. Your words seem to knock the officers out of their stupor, and the air around fills with voices and commands being issued. You hear someone sobbing, one of the survivors buckling under the stress. Abelard cussed the crying officer without even looking. There's no crying in baseball. Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. Abelard pauses a few seconds before turning to you. Binarium, you may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You're the only one who speaks for House von Valencius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you more than anyone else deserve to take your place in the ritual that is about to commence. All right, I'm ready. Begin the ritual. Edge of daybreak. A vision of unimaginable vileness appears before your eyes. The flickering image shifts and wavers as the azure-feathered creature is constantly changing while still remaining the same. One of its eyes is engulfed with otherworldly fire. The other, a vessel of ancient evil, bores into you. Its voice seems to seek directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears. Mortal, who are you to oppose the very flows of fate? Did you stand in the path of another's destiny only to steal it? You accepted the call of the primordial truth and claimed that fate as your own. So be it. Are you the one behind all this happening here? The one who addressed me and guided me out of the flames? No, for the boundless truth encompasses all. Merely one part of it reached out to you. And answer you did. You could become the new champion. The demon peers into you. The head begins to spin. Your stomach turns. A viscous drop slither down your cheeks. The shard of reality drifting through to my main is merely the arena for the one who dared to vie for the favor of the gods. The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy, to procure that which elevates a mortal above others, a relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable. The aspirant was defeated and thus gave birth to a new aspirant. Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I see you on the day when the final dawn rises over the metal world, when the gates of the realm of the sorcerer open and set the truth free. I see you at my side on the day I rise again. I am the will of the Weaver of Destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. That thread will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread will guide you, and the weapon of our return. The demon reaches towards you and sinks the ghastly claw into your chest. The terrible cold binds your body, and the cavalcade of hazy glimpses of a future yet unknown passes before your eyes. A flash of crimson, purple. The images replace one another in a violent kaleidoscope without ever letting you get a proper look at them. The path is set, child of dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine. Raver turns around and looks up at you. He hesitates for a few seconds, then addresses Abelard, who is standing next to you. Seneschal, the Navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means the Navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the Von Valencia's flagship. We will honor his memory, along with all that have died this day. Seneschal, what will you tell us now? Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain? First Officer Abelard Viserion is authorized to inform the officers. It is my greatest regret and indelible sorrow to inform you of the untimely passing of Lord Captain Theodora von Valencius, Rogue Trader, in the service of the Imperium. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of the other kin who could challenge this decision, it is hereby declared that the successor of Theodora von Valencius is Binarium von Valencius, the rightful inheritor of the Warrant of Trade, the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, Abelard starts short and glares fiercely at the confused officers. Have you lost your tongues? Hail your lady! It is because of her toils that we are still alive. The Seneschal turns to you. He looks at least half a decade older. The deed is done, Binarium. My apologies. I meant to say, Lord Captain. And that's it. We're the trader. Now we know how it happened. And eventually it'll get beyond 95%. Standard's window loading, right? 0 to 95 and instantly, and then the other 5% takes 6 years. Deep shadows of weariness can be seen on Abelard's face, though the old officer's eyes are keen. They rake over you from head to toe. He frowns, mutters something, then nods to himself. Well then, your ladyship. You must now hold your first officer's briefing in your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will also be their first briefing. We sustained massive losses among the senior and middle-ranking officers. Some posts have had to be filled by deputy, while others go unfilled entirely. And now the deck clans are deciding who will take over the leaderless crews. You misspoke. Surely I'm the lady captain, am I not? Oh, well, maybe. Yeah, I do want to be the Rogue Trader, so we're not saying that. What is on the agenda? Let's just go into it. With a gesture, Abelard relays the order of the adjutants at the far end of the magnificent chamber. For a colorful crew, look at that. Some pinks, some oranges, some reds. A dozen pair of eyes bore into you, the expressions revealing restraint, joy, curiosity, wariness. Attention, officers, you have been granted an honor. Lord Captain Binarium von Valencius will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports. Perhaps you would introduce those present, Abelard. As you wish, your ladyship. Abelard points to a tall, slender woman whose body seems to contain as many implants as it does flesh. Vigdis Suri Ota, of the Ptolemy line, our new Vox Master. It is an honor to serve your ladyship. The Vox Master offers a deep bow. Aboard this vessel, you have at your command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I am responsible for receiving, process, and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I am your eyes and mouth, Lord Captain. Beside her is Ravor, the Master Helmsman. He steers our... I can't speak. He steers our ship along the course set by the Lord Captain and monitors the void around us, to ensure that we do not stray into an asteroid field or a pirate trap. The bearded man with pale, almost transparent skin, large dark circles under his eyes, and a dour expression that seems hardwired into his face gives a sullen nod. Hail, Lord Captain. This here ship's as good as home to me, so rest assured she's in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief. And lastly, our high factotum, Janris Danrock, who oversees supplies, procurement, and the general material well-being of the ship. High factotum, let's see. Dressed in an embroidered jacket, the heavy-set man with oiled hair offers an obsequious smile and bows. It is an honor, your ladyship. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Everything that will be done to the highest standard. In the second row, we have 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. The Master of Ordnance is responsible for the artillery aboard. The Infernus Master, whose crew work to prevent and extinguish fires on the ship. And lastly, Engine Master, servant to the Omnissiah. 3 officers salute you. The Infernus Master does so with confidence, while the Master of Ordnance betrays nervousness. The Engine Master offers a salute resembling a dance, involving the complicated manipulation of all the Tech Priest mechadendrites. Thank you, Abelard. Greetings to you all. I serve at your pleasure, Lord Captain. We'll just start at the top. If we all burn to death, it's not going to help. So let's find out about that. Faisal Nalzi. Yes, Lord Captain. Tall young man bows his head in deference. I can report that all fires across all decks have now been extinguished. The preliminary damage assessment in terms of material losses and crew casualties has been completed. The results have been submitted to the Seneschal and the High Factotum. The post passed to him after the previous Infernus Master and his next 3 deputies expired in the line of duty. Abelard remarks in a low voice pitched for your ears only. The lad is managing well so far. He could take the heat, so to speak. High Factotum, what have you to report? We are toiling day and night to compile a full account of the losses. The task will require next to no involvement from your ladyship. I will personally ensure that all damaged components are given to the Tech Priest's hands for attention, and that all lost supplies are replaced. There's only one resource that I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people. We have lost more than 2,000 crew members, and unfortunately this number is confined to the scum from the lower decks, which are easily replaced, but also includes trained professionals. It should be, unfortunately, this number is not confined. We will be able to make up our losses on the nearest planet, Rykad Minoris. However, the whole system, in fact, belongs to the Winterscale Rogue Trader dynasty. We cannot simply begin recruiting on the planet without first coming to the understanding with the governor. In that respect, I am powerless. Negotiations at this level are a matter for the Rogue Trader. Especially true given Caligos Winterscale's penchant for attacking first and asking questions later, and the kind of thick-skulled thugs that he usually installs as governors of his planets. Engine Master, I would hear from you now. Zyra Taller, Lord Captain, the foes that set upon this noble void ship destroyed the repositories of hundreds of machine spirits. The great warp engines entrusted into my charge are unharmed, thank the Omnissiah, but its spirit mourns the dead brethren. We have not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of assuaging its sorrow and anger. With great sorrow, I must also report the chief engineer, overseer, and spiritual authority of all Tech Priests on board fell in battle. The Magos was betrayed by the little detestable flesh that remained part of him. A most terrible loss. There's no one among my comrades aboard whose experience and comprehension of the sacred protocols equals that of the fallen Magos. We require a replacement, and as soon as possible. I see. Thank you. I think we understood that. Tech Priest bows her head. Master Helmsman, deliver your status report. Right you are, Captain. To cut a long story short, the outlook is bleak. The ship's sound, more or less, but without our chief engineer and navigator who fell in battle, we have no way out of the system. If we try to set so much as a toe inside the warp, I don't know what will happen first. Our warp drive being torn to pieces, or all of us melting into the bulkheads. Your ladyship, if you allow me to interject, when we arrived in the system, my crew followed standard protocols and conducted a count of all available communication channels in the region. One of them was a Navis Nobilite station. The station maintains complete Vox silence, but even his presence here inspires hope. To have located a navigator in the very same system is an incredible stroke of luck, a true blessing from the God Emperor. If I were you, I'd grab this chance with both hands, or else you'll soon be eyeing up asteroids to use as your new residence. In slightly less shitty news, we can go round and round the system till our heads are swimming, as long as the Promethium and supplies last. And if any thick as grok shit lowlifes come sniffing around, we'll be able to take them out. So don't worry on that score. Master of Ordnance, do you have anything to report? No, my job's simple. Maintain the arsenal and fire where I'm told. But just ask anyone. We've got no able crew, no Lord Captain. Master of Ordnance, you forget yourself. So what? Comes the officer's hostile and bitter reply, as if a dam has burst inside and all his pent-up emotions are rushing out of him. The ship's in ruin, every second officer's dead, and now we've got a green Lord Captain who's supposed to lead us to void knows where. Silence! The bridge's magnificent glass panels seemed to tremble under the force of Abelard's roar. Enforcers! Seize this mutineer! If only one officer of the whole lot has fallen to pieces, then that's not... If only one officer of the whole lot has fallen to pieces, then that's not bad at all. Your ladyship, I do humbly apologize on behalf of the entire crew. What would you have us do with the Master of Ordnance? The former Master of Ordnance, I should say. Besides find a replacement, that is. Experienced Masters of Ordnance are few and far between. No, we're gonna be strong. Execute him. Consider it done. Take him away. Brittle laughter of the Master of Ordnance reverberates around the bridge as he's led to his fate. To summarize, we have sustained serious losses in our crew members and require a new chief engineer and navigator. Is this all that is preventing us from continuing the voyage? Precisely, Lord Captain, but bear in mind this will not be the end of our trials. The ship is in need of serious repairs, which can only be carried out at Footfall Station, home to the only dockyard in the sector. But we'll never reach Footfall without first solving these 3 immediate problems. What can you tell me about the system? I cede to the Vox Master at this point. Mistress Toloman, we are in the Rykod star system, and our voyage here was undertaken on the orders of your ladyship's predecessor. There are 3 inhabited bodies in the system, and our attempts to send Vox messages have produced confounding results. The Novice Nobilite station has not simply failed to answer, it seems to be maintaining total Vox silence. However, we did receive a distress signal from the prison planetoid on the system, and Rykad Minoris itself is also not responding to our hails. But what is most alarming is that our augurs have intercepted signals from the surface that seem to indicate ongoing hostilities on the planet. Situation is not very encouraging, but without a navigator, a tech priest, and new crew members, we won't be able to travel anywhere. Therefore, we must go to the planet and the Novice Nobilite station and find out what in the void is going on there. All right, thank you for all your reports. Dismissed. Assembled crew officer salutes you as one. Your ladyship, there's one other thing, a confidential matter of the utmost importance. Lady Theodora, your eternally esteemed predecessor, brought the ship here to this system for a reason. She was given a secret commission. You perhaps are wondering who has the authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything? And I shall tell you that the Lord Inquisitor, the hand of the Emperor, the chief architect of his... And I shall tell you, the Lord Inquisitor, the hand of the Emperor, the chief architect of his will in the Cronus Expanse. I came across a strange handwritten letter on Theodore's desk. It was signed XC. You're referring to the contents of that note, I presume. Yes, quite right. Xavier Calcazar. Lady Theodora was to seek out the Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, one Heinrich von Kalox, an interrogator, you understand. All I know is that he is somewhere in this system. Then we must find him and offer him whatever assistance he requires, then deliver him to Footfall and the Verbundus system. Finding him without any more information to go on will be difficult indeed, but an Inquisitor is an important individual. The authorities of the system, neither Navis Nobilite or the Governor Rykod Minoris, may know something. That is all of it, your ladyship. You have a great deal of work ahead of you, but it must be a mere taste of the daily burden of a rogue trader. Soon, you must take up the reins of the Von Valencia's protectorate. Abelard gives you another scrutinizing look, as if trying to gauge how long you will hold out under this mountain of problems. His face softens slightly, and it seems he's about to offer some words of encouragement. Adira, Sister Argenta, explain yourselves. Sister Battle grimly nods towards Idira. The Psyker is suffering some ailment, or dark madness. She insisted on seeing the rogue trader. I judged it to be unwise to leave her unsupervised. For a brief moment, Sister Argenta's voice sounds hesitant. I was also hoping to approach you with a personal request, but it can wait. Talk with me when you have time, rogue trader. Dara's mutant eyes rove over those assembled. Her words burst from her lips. Daybreak. Adira, come to your senses. Damn it. Your ladyship, here's the thing. I was trying to see the immediate future, and it hit me so hard, my head is still spinning. Something very strange is headed our way, and I can't make out what it is no matter how hard I try. A single word is all I can make out. Daybreak, or maybe it's dawn, and it's ringing and ringing like an echo, like a bell. We cannot extract any information from a single word. Can you tell us anything else, Mistress Class? No, not yet anyway. The voices are going berserk. All shouting at once. I can't make sense of it. As soon as I know or sense something, I'll report it. All right? All right. If there's nothing else of value, I declare this briefing concluded. And there we go. Our first day on the throne of the Rogue as Rogue Trader. I'm going to end this episode here. We'll be back next time. We have to figure out where we're going, either to the planet or to the navigator station, the novice nobiliate or whatever the heck it is. But we'll be back tomorrow to figure that out. So thanks for watching, guys. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time. Cheers.